Shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, just some social shit for everyone, you know what I'm saying? Like, I made this be myself, so hear me. Woo! I mean, like, we can pull that clown shit away. This some real shit for you. I'm spazzing right now, so listen, let's go. Yeah. It's in their bones, the thoughts and harmony for the love of the money. Then fall victim for the cookie, then turn pussy, it's lonely. You said you hold it down when life get rough, we're here now, so show me. We move them losses to them wins. Heavy pounds, we make it ends meet. Converse with only a few who make me feel like I be 10 feet.
What's going on, people, man? It's G. We're back in the building, guys. Please make sure you're smashing the like, sharing, subscribing, you know, all that kind of good stuff. Now, of course, all the international footballs are done now. It's done. It's done for one time. I think I've had my fill of international, you know, football, as I've mentioned before. So, you know, we're back to the club stuff. But I wanted to do something, you know, a little bit fun, man. A little bit trip down memory lane and stuff like that, man. You know, just a little look back, you know, at some of the, you know, greatest moments I've seen as a Liverpool supporter for my football club. You know, some of the biggest moments, you know, some games, you know, that you just were like, oh my God, you know, in terms of just what it might have potentially have meant and stuff like that, you know, to us or to fans, to the team, you know, and all of that kind of good stuff. So I'm just going to go through 10. I'm not putting these in order, by the way, people, so don't need to worry. You can put yours in order if you want to, but I'm not going to be doing that. I just want to go through 10. And to be honest, I want you guys to let me know what your 10, you know, biggest LFC moments were, you know, throughout your complete time of watching Liverpool Football Club. If you had to cram just 10 moments, 10 big moments, which ones were the ones, you know, for you? Without further ado, let's kind of get into it. So I'm trying to think, what's the good first one to kind of start with? You know, let's take it back. Let's take it back for some of the younger listeners and stuff like that. Let's kind of take it back, let the man know, you know, about old school football. You know what I mean? So of course, first up, we got that Owen final. The Owen final. You know that we like to call the Gerrard final. This was the Owen final. I promise you, it was the Owen final. Liverpool 2, Arsenal 1, FA Cup final. You know, of course, that was part of our treble winning season. You know, Liverpool, you know, at the time, Jamie Redknapp, I remember, was injured. Robbie Fowler, Stevie G, you know, Emil Heskey, you know, we had a couple players that made you, you know what's mad? Excuse me, as I've always said, yeah, it's mad because back them times, I used to feel like, by the way, I like this kit. Like, back them times, I used to think like, yeah, man, it was fun, man. Do you know what I mean? It was just fun. I think because I just knew we were just rubbish. You know what I mean? So this was about as good as it was always going to get. And I always looked at the FA Cup back then with a lot more respect, way more respect than how I look at the FA Cup, you know, at this current moment in time. So, yeah, for me, this was just, Michael Owen, bro. It was just a madness. I promise you, Gerard Houllier, big up to yourself. But nah, this game was just a madness, though. Madness. Like, you see the Arsenal team, Patrick Vieira, Thierry Henry, Robert Pires, and Ljungberg, and Dennis Bergkamp, and, you know, all of these kind of top players. Yeah, it was a long day. It was a long day because in my eyes, I was like, yeah, Liverpool ain't winning this game. We ain't winning this game. I promise you ain't winning this game. You looked at that team and you were just shook. From the minute one, you were just shook. Do you get what I'm trying to say? But yeah, Liverpool it was like a typical Liverpool kind of final, man. You know, they're just the typical coming back from the depths of hell and then coming back to, you know, to win the game. You know, 2 really good goals by Michael Owen, man. Like, hey, Michael Owen, you know, bad boy. But yeah, man, that's like one of my favorite memories, to be honest. I don't know where I'd rank it, but it's one of my favorite memories, you know, growing up watching Liverpool, was seeing Michael Owen, you know, basically my favorite Liverpool player, bagged 2 goals against that Arsenal team. I think Martin Keown was in that team as well. I think so. I think this was still then Martin Keown 2001. I'm sure Martin Keown was in that team. Listen, man, scary, man. Let's move on. Next up, we'll go with the iconic corner taken quickly. I had to put this in there, man, because you see, even just this game in a general sense, right? This game was like, and I thought 18-19 was Liverpool's like best season in terms of we just looked so good, you know, that season, in my opinion, deserved to win the Premier League, but ultimately we didn't. Won the Champions League off the back of this. But you see this game, bro, we were 3-0 down against Barcelona with Messi, Suarez and that. Yeah, long day. I didn't see it. I thought we'd win on the night. I thought, yeah, Barca would just kind of, ease off a little piece and we can get like a cheeky 2-0 win or 2-1 or something like that. But we win the game. Yeah, I mean, you just think, yeah. Liverpool just win the game, no problem. We move on. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, Liverpool had other ideas, man. And this goal is one of the most iconic goals I think Liverpool have in their history, if I'm being super honest. Definitely recent history. I don't know where they would rank it amongst the other kind of, goals and stuff like that. But the sheer fact that Trent just turned away. And it was so mad because I remember watching it thinking, like, at the time, like, obviously I didn't see Divock Origi in the box. Like from this kind of, picture here, you don't really see Divock Origi like in the box or anything like that. Like, and in your head, you're thinking, yep, Trent's gonna, just wait. I think players were coming up and stuff like that, for the corner. Trent hopefully puts a good ball in. It's desperate time, desperate measures, and all them kind of things, in terms of in this moment. Trent said, nah, he's spoken about the goal, as well. So definitely go and watch that. But it's like, you just saw him free in the box. But it's so funny because it lands to Divock Origi. So in my head, I'm thinking, oh my days, bro, Divock Origi. I just remember thinking to myself, yeah, it doesn't seem real. Like, this don't seem like a real moment. But more importantly, I don't see Divock Origi scoring. That's just all I kept thinking. Like, he ain't scoring this. Like, and I'm even thinking, even when it goes in, that it's not in. It took me a second to just register. Obviously, he scored that goal, and just everything surrounding that game. We didn't have no Salah that game as well. Like, we were missing other players. Like, yeah, man. Like I said, and of course, helping us to then that game itself. The 4-0 victory against Barcelona, Lionel Messi coming to Anfield and getting put in a spliff. Yeah, it was nuts, man. It was nuts. So, like I say, man, definitely one of the best moments that I've ever seen. Another one. We'll go there. Liverpool winning the Premier League. Finally, bro. Finally. After all the crap that I took when I was in secondary school. And yes, I said secondary school, not flipping high school. But when, all the flack, not being able to enter certain conversations, my team basically being absolutely crap. I don't want to be rude, but it was crap. We weren't serious. People laughing at us. 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, 25 years, 30 years. You're waiting for a title to the point now where you're like, I don't even care about the title. How about that? I don't care about the title anymore. That's like a dream. I don't care about that. Yeah, I mean, yeah, maybe one day in my life, maybe when I hit 50, I wouldn't mind seeing my team at least win one Premier League title. That's the kind of energy that you're on now. You don't believe that Liverpool are going to win the Premier League. Where? How? I don't care who Klopp is. I don't win the Premier League. I'll believe when I see it. And I believed it. Did you get what I'm trying to say? Like, that was a good moment. The only annoying thing was, again, couldn't have no parade, couldn't go out with the fans and stuff like that. Like, that was the most annoying part because obviously, COVID, lockdown and all that kind of nonsense. But listen, man, I was still haps. Man. Like, I was like, finally, man can talk about a title. Like, I'm not going to go for too long without, I'm not going to go, 40, 50 years. And I'm like, yeah, never seen my team win the league. Because that would have just been, I don't even care about Liverpool anymore. I honestly wouldn't even care about them. Because I just feel like, what's the point? Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, you're just one of them kind of teams and one of them kind of clubs. But yeah, man, they finally did it, man. They finally did it. So yeah, definitely a big moment, man. Big moment. Move on to this game. I love this game. I absolutely loved this game. Beating Arsenal 5-1 at Anfield. But it wasn't even the fact that, yeah, we beat them 5-1, of course. That in itself is really, really good, right? Like, for me, it was like the way that we beat them, though. Like, obviously, this is the season, 13-14 season. We're trying to fight for a title and stuff like that with Manchester City. It's kind of the first, it's like an exciting race because Liverpool just come out of nowhere. So it's like, right, Liverpool, Suarez, Sturridge, Sterling, these men on fire, Gerrard playing in the deep row and all of this, like doing madnesses. Come up against Arsenal. I thought we could win the game, but we blitzed them in 20 minutes. I don't think I've even seen a game like that in terms of for Liverpool, in recent history. I can't remember too many games where I've just seen Liverpool just blitz them, like a big team anyway, blitz them in the first 15, 20 minutes. Like, go. Suarez, the post, that in itself was a madness. That in itself, Suarez rat-tat-tat in the post was crazy. Like, that game, it was just that's one of the best games I've seen for Liverpool in here. Like for time. Like that was like, yo, this is a madness. Like the way that Arsenal just looked like they were drowning. Like, in fact, no, they drowned. They drowned and they died. You get what I'm trying to say? Like it was honestly like that. To me, that's what it felt like. Just watching, obviously, as a Liverpool fan, it just felt like, brother, you lot are like you're dead right now. Like, there's no way we can resuscitate you. You ain't coming back from this, so don't worry about it. Like, it's just done and dusted. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, honestly, that game was a madness. So definitely a highlight, for myself. Next up, we've got, as I said, my favorite player. Favorite Liverpool player. I don't care about the haters. I don't care about what you think about, Michael Owen. He's my favorite Liverpool player. How about that? He's my favorite Liverpool player. I watched his debut. From there, I was just like, yeah, that's my guy. That's my guy. Scored in his debut against Wimbledon up at Selhurst Park. Yeah, ever since then, he's just always been my guy. Because he's just always been a bad boy. Always been a bad boy. But that debut was like the first time I was like, you're just a bit shocked. Like, I was like, who's this guy? Like, obviously, like, when I first, obviously, this is the first season I actually started watching Liverpool, funnily enough, when Owen made his debut that season. Towards the back end, but obviously you got Fowler, you got Stan Collymores and stuff like that, McManamans, Jamie Redknapp's and all these kind of players, that kind of ilk, right? So you're like, oh, okay, cool. Like, yeah, these guys, like, those are the guys that I'm really and truly kind of looking at, right? And then you hear obviously newspaper and stuff like that, and talk around town. Yeah, there's this young kid and blah blah blah. I just remember, I don't know what it was, but it was the way he even scored the goal. So there was something about the way he scored and the way he just pocketed it in the corner. I was like, yo, this guy looks decent. He looks kind of decent. And then, of course, the following season, I think he top scored for Liverpool in that following season, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, listen, Michael Owen, man, that debut, yeah, he let the world know. He definitely let the world know. Next up, we've got Ghost Goal. We got the Ghost Goal, man. Hey, every time I think about this game, yeah, I'm always like, shame to Chelsea. Obviously, we went on to win the Champions League after this. But I always just think shame. I just always think shame because it was not a goal. It did not cross the line. Unfortunately, we didn't have goal line technology back in 2005. So it is what it was, kind of thing. Rafa Benitez first season, the way that we were playing, we're trying to have this kind of like conservative nature about us, and then trying to hit them with like players like Luis Garcia, the Harry Kewells and stuff like, bro, these are the kind of players that we had, like we're trying to hit them with these kind of players. And Chelsea, for me at this time, John Terry, Ricardo Carvalho, the Robins, the Frank Lampards, the Makaleles. I don't know if they still had Jeremy at these times. They may still have had Jeremy, But, these kind of players. So you looked at Chelsea and just like the final that Liverpool had against Arsenal all those years before this, you're just like, yeah, nah, it's long. And obviously Liverpool and Chelsea, for some weird reason, they just had this mad rivalry at that time. Benitez and Mourinho. It's like we just hated them. So I just hated Chelsea. It was just from there, I just hated Chelsea. Because but Chelsea was they reminded me of Real Madrid. And I didn't like Real Madrid. And I still don't like Real Madrid. You see what I mean? I was always like, well, you just think you're bad because you buy all the players and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, there's something about that. It just used to piss me off, man. But yeah, listen, this game, mad. And the thing is, with this, I never thought he was going to win anyway. Because I thought to myself that at some point, Chelsea are going to score. They have to. They got too many good players. Do you get what I'm trying to say? And they didn't. So, yeah, man, definitely love that. Definitely love that. Next up, we will go to the Gerrard final. Like I said, man, we've got the Owen final and we've got the Gerrard final. 2006 FA Cup against West Ham. Liverpool were absolutely rubbish in that game. Probably deserved to lose. West Ham were actually a pretty decent outfit at that time. I remember there was a Paul Konchesky in them, man. But yeah, that game, again, moments. This is the thing with Liverpool. We are a moments kind of club, in recent history. Like we're just a bunch of, there's not real consistency. It's just bare moments, dotted around time. But yeah, this game, the goal that you can see on your screen from Steven Gerrard, like this guy just plucked Liverpool as he did many a time. He just plucked Liverpool out of the gutter, man. Because like I said, I didn't think we deserved to win that game. Like, thinking back now to that game, I fully feel like West Ham should have probably won it. And they probably feel like they should have won it. They probably feel like, yeah, we had them here. We actually had them. I don't know if they had Nigel Reo-Coker and then, man. But yeah, listen, man, Gerrard again. That was such a dope final. Such a dope final, man. Because it was just like every time you felt like West Ham were just gonna, all right, they're gonna just hold it and do their thing, Liverpool would come back. Do you know what I mean? And then this goal, I just thought to myself, I'm trying, like, it's like I thought to myself, if anybody's going to shoot, I need it to be Gerrard. And when he did shoot, I did think, I feel like this is going in. But then obviously it was so far out. Yeah, I just kept thinking, nah, man, the keeper will probably get down to like it was so far out, bro. It wasn't like close. This was a mad long ranger that he's rifling in, kind of thing into that corner of the net. So I'm thinking, yeah, nah, maybe Gerrard won't really get all of this and blah blah blah, bro. Bottom corners, that was it. Do you know what I'm trying to say? And then of course Liverpool go on to win it, man. But yeah, definitely, I love that. I love that game, man. I did love that game because that was real. If you love underdogs, kind of thing, in terms of how the game went, not in terms of prior to the game, in terms of who was favourites. With how the game went, Liverpool just looked like underdogs, man. The way we was playing and stuff like that, like it was just mad, and we just had to keep coming back. Nah, man, big. Speaking of plucking us out of the gutter, again, another game where I was like, these are moments here where I'm actually off the edge of my seat. And you know me, I'm never off the edge of my seat nowadays. Liverpool don't give me that, anymore. But I was off the edge of my seat at this. Cinema Pong goal. We had man like, and I think Anthony Letalic. We had these kind of players in this kind of season, right? Steven Gerrard just, I just remember even the commentary that you guys already know, the Martin Tyler and Andy Gray. You even hear like the commentary was even perfect. Was even just perfect for this moment. Like it's like they said the right lines. Like so you can go back when you watch it. You can just go back and you're like, yeah. This commentary matches. Exactly. It's like they just knew. Yeah, Carragher into Gerrard. Like Carragher, first of all, what are you doing up there, bro? What are you doing up the field trying to get involved in play, brother? Stay your ass back. Obviously, I'm thankful you didn't because, of course, it helped to get Gerrard that goal. But it was just like I almost felt like Gerrard just hitting hopes. I can't even lie. I actually felt like when he shot, it was just more of a hit because he just knew in that team, especially in 04, 05, or even just in and around that period of time, right? He just knew the team was rubbish, man. Like, the team was so rubbish. Like there was just no one else. Like no one else was going to help us here. It was only going to be you and you only. And it's almost like we were always trying to pass Gerrard. That's when we're just always trying to get Gerrard the ball and stuff like that and blah, blah, blah. Even in the game, we're trying to get Gerrard the ball, all of this kind of stuff. It just wasn't really working. I can't remember if Rivaldo was playing for Olympiacos these times, He might have been. But yeah, I just remember him just shooting. And yeah, it's now one of the most iconic goals of Liverpool Football Club. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, brazy, absolutely brazy. Now, on to the penultimate one. This game. 4-1. Is it 4-1? Yeah, 4-1 against United. Yeah, I'm sure it's 4-1 against Manchester United at Old Trafford. You see this game, yeah? This game was just hilarious, bro. It was just hilarious because for me, it came out of nowhere. I did not see that coming at all. Like, yes, maybe I might have been off the edge of my seat, but I distinctly remember being more shocked and baffled than anything else. Like, man will just go. I was just like, what is even going on here? Like, Old Trafford, theatre of dreams and that. Yeah, we definitely brought the nightmares that day. Torres scoring, Gerrard scoring, like, bro, that I just remember thinking, like, I think maybe Dos Santos scored in this game. Like, I just remember thinking to myself, like, bro, what is going on? Like, honestly, what is even going on right now? Because this don't even look real. This don't even feel real right now. We just walked away with a 4-1 victory, and we made these look rubbish, absolutely rubbish. In this kind of game, like so. Yeah, like, I just remember thinking like I was just super duper baffed. But hey, we got the victory. One of the best moments and one of the best games I've ever seen for Liverpool. So can't complain. But let's final one. You probably know which one is coming up. I think it's pretty obvious. It's probably Liverpool's greatest ever night, in their recent history. And that's this, Istanbul, man. It's I can't really even describe that. You know what? I'm so jealous of all the people who were able to go to this game. I'm actually jealous because you got to witness like history, like and there's not, and I can't think of another way of just like describing that game. It's just history. Like that's probably the best way I can put it. you know, you're up against the best team in the world at this point. AC Milan, Kaká, Pirlo, Gattuso, Maldini, Nesta, Shevchenko, Hernan Crespo. You know, I can't even remember if Seedorf was still in the team at this time. But we're talking about, like, I think Cafu, Dida. Remember Dida? You see these kind of players? Yeah. You see when we talk about players of today, that's a conversation for another day. But basically, he was playing the best team in the world at this time. They go 3-0 up in the first half. So I just remember thinking, I don't want to watch the rest of this first and foremost. Because, you know, when you just, like, that first half was just like, we're going to school you. We're going to show you why you're dead and we are who we are. That's what that felt like. Like, you know, like, how can I put it? Like, you've just been invited, like, to this prestigious, like, award ceremony and stuff like that. But it's like they're little broing you at every moment you possibly, you know, they can possibly get. It just felt like that. It just felt like these kind of that kind of situation. Like, yeah, let the man come in, but you know what I mean, they can sit on that table. Like, it just, honestly, Crespo's goal, that goal was fucking hard. It was mad. It was just, that whole first half was just crazy. Second half, though, yeah, that's where it just turned mad. That's where, when I talk about England identity and stuff like that, that's what that second half was, because it was just down to just pure and utter passion. Yeah, he might have tactically tweaked things here and there, and Benitez will tell you himself of all the things that he probably did. But for me, it was just down to the passion, man. It was just mad. It was just mad. Gerrard's header, Smeetser goal, Xabi Alonso missing the penalty firstly, dead penalty they took, by the way, missing the penalty, and then scoring the rebound. I was like, oh my God. But I still didn't think we'd win. I still didn't think we'd win the game, though. I kept thinking, they're going to just score. And then they'll score again, and it'll be like 5-3 kind of thing. But at least it'll be more respectable than what it was, you know, kind of thing. Then you go to, like, Dudek. Stupid save that this guy was making. He turned into prime Buffon, prime Oliver Kahn, Casillas, Peter Cech, Schmeichel, all wrapped up in one. That's what he turned into. For that one, like that half of football, he just turned into a mad man. It was crazy. Then the penalty shootout, the rest is history. But yeah, for me, that game was just, yeah. You see, when I talk about, like, obviously this is all about moments and stuff like that. That is the symbol for moments at Liverpool Football Club, is that game. For me, anyway, that's the way I looked at Liverpool. Is like, from that game onwards, I was like, yeah, like, Liverpool just always, like, we're that type of team. That's why I never believed we'd ever win a Premier League, because I just always felt we'd be that type of team where we might just do something just stupid. And that's the only other word I could even describe it as. We might just do something real stupid. But yeah, man, crazy times, man, crazy times. But it's been good going back through nostalgia and stuff like that and taking a look at some of these things, like, you know, the Owen final and the ghost goal kind of thing, you know, beating Manchester United and, you know, defeating Arsenal 5-1 and, you know, so many, you know, winning the Premier League, you know, that being such a big thing, you know, kind of thing for Liverpool. And yeah, man, like I said, man, there's been some really, really good moments, in my personal opinion, you know, for Liverpool. So I want you guys to let me know in the comment section, man. Let me know in the comment section what's been, you know, your 10 greatest Liverpool moments. Let me know. I'd love to, you know, chop out with you guys, you know, don't care what era, just let me know, man. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think it's really good to just kind of see, man, because we're all from different kind of eras, you know, and stuff like that, just down to, you know, our age and everything. So it would be extremely fascinating to see. But guys, that's the end of the video, man. Make sure you smash a like, share, and subscribe to the channel. I'll catch you on the flip side. Peace.